what I talk to young men about who might be taken by the, fun side of Donald Trump, such as it is, the dancing, the going to the wrestling matches, going on the podcasts, and trying to portray himself as someone who he really is. And I think Cardi B called this out and said it's just all a hustle. And so what I'm trying to implore young men in particular to do the research. He's not your friend. The policies that he's talking about will not help them in the economy. The policies that he's talking about have nothing to do with them. So,
well, certainly President Trump on the ballot is a net gain to every Republican candidate for Senate and House. And as we've seen in 2016 and 2020, House Republicans consistently overperform when President Trump is on the ballot. And in both of those cycles, the prognosticators predicted that we would lose seats. We picked up seats in both of those cycles. New York, I'm from New York, obviously. New York is the epicenter for the race for the House Republican majority. Republicans, when it comes to early vote, are voting increased by 50% compared to where we were in 2022. And that was the cycle when, of course, we flipped those 5 House seats. So we are working hard to turn out our votes. The most important part of this election is getting those votes. So I want to encourage all the viewers to turn out to vote. But we feel very strongly we're going to win on the issues. And Kamala Harris is underperforming Joe Biden in every single swing district across the country if you look at Joe Biden's performance in 2020. So districts in New York that Joe Biden carried by 15 points, Donald Trump is up by 1 or 2 points. That's a 16-point significant shift. And that's one of the districts that the prognosticators moved in the wrong direction towards Democrats. I believe you're going to see a sweeping Republican victory along with the presidential on Election Day. We just need to get our voters out to vote. They are voting early. Election Day is going to be very important.
Dana, we're looking forward to a very good day on Tuesday night without any question. I'm excited to see that the battleground states that we've just talked about are all leaning towards Trump. So the good news is we will have a fair election and Donald Trump will be our next president. I look at the facts that in Wisconsin, when I was in Wisconsin just recently, the voters are heading in our direction. And the good news is 2 out of 3 voters want to vote in person in Wisconsin, even though they have mail-in ballots. You just showed a stat a few minutes ago where 400,000 votes swing towards Republicans in Pennsylvania. You take the number of Democrats not voting and the number of Republicans who have registered, and that's before you add on top of that the 300,000 Jewish voters who find themselves being polarized away from the Democrat Party. This is going to be a very good election, and we, the people, will make that decision.